Play it safe. The last thing you need is to end up in a 6x9 because if you get into an accident, maim, kill someone.
I don't see that it has on my end.
Okay. All right.
Just your honor, no.
Ms. Dunson.
Good morning, how are
And
you?
you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched in reference to a wrong-way driver and initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle described by the 911 caller. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, and the defendant handed the law enforcement officer an unopened alcoholic beverage. The law enforcement officer noticed the strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle, and the defendant appeared unstable and fell against her car. The defendant stated she spilled a whole can of beer on herself earlier. The defendant's vehicle appeared to have fresh damage consistent with hitting a curb. Standardized field sobriety tests were conducted, where the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues in the HGN, 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. An inventory search revealed 3 open and empty beer cans in the back seat floorboard and other unopened alcoholic beverages. The defendant considered to breath and blew .143 and .145.
What did you say the stop was for?
The stop was for, there was a 911 call that stated there was a vehicle driving the wrong way and described the vehicle. The officer found the vehicle.
Driving the wrong way?
I'm not sure. Well, the officer found the vehicle was not driving the wrong way, but it matched the description given by the 911.
Right. Anyone can call and say anything. Did he view any kind of traffic infraction? I could literally call and say, hey man, state's driving nuts. Go get him, right? I mean, no.
There's
Yeah.
no other
Okay.
traffic infraction.
Hudson, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. There's enough death and destruction on our streets now. Play it safe. The last thing you need is to end up in a 6x9 because if you get into an accident, maim, kill someone, especially with alcohol in the car. Do you understand? Play it safe. Don't make any boneheaded moves. Please. Thank you.
Honor.
You speak English, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is there a Joya here? Joya? Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay?
Just one moment, Your Honor. Judge, on April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a shoplifting call at JCPenney and made contact with the complainant witness, a loss prevention officer. The complainant witness stated the defendant entered the store and selected a hoodie, removed an anti-theft sensor, and put the hoodie on. The defendant then exited the store, passing all points of sale. The defendant was detained by the loss prevention officer, and a pair of shorts and a t-shirt were located under the hoodie that were also not paid for. The total value of the stolen property was $100.
So like Hunter Gray, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any JCPenney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. If you pick up any new cases, if you're a danger to my city, it's not going to go well for you. How old are you?
18.
I'm going to appoint a lawyer today. What are you doing with yourself?
I'm going to school and I'm working.
Where do you go to school?
MacArthur High School.
Hey, I don't want you using alcohol. I don't want you using any weed. I'm going to test you today. Do you understand? If you do, it's not going to go well for you likewise. Do you mind reaching out to the man? I'm going to have you take a seat right over there, and I'm going to send you for a test. You were to come back. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
And then I'll have a lawyer for you. Please, don't worry about conditions, because I'm going to have them on.
Yes. All right, Judge, next is page 21, Washington. Come on up.
Who are you? Who are you? Yeah. Oh, gotcha. All right. Miss Washington, ma'am, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer conducted a business check at the convenience store. Law enforcement officers observing surveillance saw 2 males engaging in hand-to-hand transactions and leaning into the passenger side window of a black sedan. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the black sedan, and observed marijuana in plain view in the cup holder vehicle and carried out a probable cause search. The law enforcement officer found a baggie in the cup holder to contain a green leafy substance identified as marijuana. The approximate weight of marijuana was 0.427 ounces.
Two males have a hand-to-hand transaction.
Yes, Your Honor.
They get into the car.
Yes, Your Honor. They're
Officer
speaking.
goes to the car.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's she?
She's the driver.
She's the driver. Ms. Washington, we're going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run her license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Okay, I can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, what kind of car you drive, what kind of income you have coming in, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify.
Eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive unless you also have liability insurance, car insurance. You understand that is also a condition. I'll have Deputy Miranda give you an application. I'll have you get with Victoria for a reset, and then just take a seat for me and take a look at the application.
Judge, counsel is approaching on page 3 and 4, bullets.
Okay.
Want him to come out now?
Hi, come on up. So what are we doing?
This is the case that was transferred from court 16. It was put on the docket today. You already knew about it, but it's just that he's here.
We knew that they were going to file it,
Yes,
right?
uh-huh.
Okay. I think we already have conditions on him.
Judge, the new case that was transferred from 16, there's not even a bond in the system. So that's why.
I mean, I'm showing there's a $100 bond.
Are you looking at, let's see,
The 255-9015.
right, but a bond wasn't posted. It's set.
Okay, so we'll give him another PR bond, and then all the conditions that we have now, we'll have on him.
Does he need to re-sign those conditions?
Yeah, he'll have to sign it. We'll he'll have to sign the bond too.
Okay.
So just don't let him leave. She's gonna call you up to sign a bunch of. Good morning, Ms. Rice. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a crash call and found a vehicle inoperable due to a collision and blocking traffic. Law enforcement officers spoke to a wheel witness who stated he observed the defendant in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine on and advised the defendant to turn the vehicle off and exit the scene. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle and observed slurred speech, moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, and glossy eyes. The defendant admitted to consuming one alcoholic beverage. SFST standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 on the HGN was reported, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant refused to provide a specimen. A blood warrant was obtained and executed.
If I may, Your Honor, what the officers completely failed to leave out of their report is that the car was registered to the other person that was present. The other person had the keys on them. The other person admitted to driving. At the time of the accident, I'm not sure why they switched seats. I don't know. I do know the wheel witness came after the accident had already occurred. They had been waiting on a tow. If the officer would have done any due diligence in his research or questioning, the other person they may have been intoxicated. I'm not sure. He didn't even follow up with them. They openly admitted, this is my car. I'm the one driving. The officer made no attempts to remedy that situation or even mention that in his report.
Do you have any of that?
Your Honor, I would just say that, I mean, based on what we have in the DIMS, we witness put the defendant in the driver's seat of the car.
After the car was already inoperable. He didn't see her. He didn't see the accident
Your Honor, I would say for probable cause purposes, we have a wheel witness that says they saw the defendant behind the driver's seat.
of an inoperable car.
And a law
I
enforcement officer saw it.
At the scene of the accident, right?
Right.
I mean, if you have some kind of other evidence to show, I have to give them time also, you know?
Understand probable
I mean, this is just,
Yes.
probable cause is a very low burden, right? So this doesn't mean that you're guilty. I mean, if that's in fact true, that's why we have trials, right? There's always two sides to the story. I wasn't there, you were there, you know what happened, I don't know. So that's something that you bring out in trial and, you know, perhaps even before, if you show it to them and it's in fact true, then, you know, they'll kick it. But I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case for now. Ms. Rice, any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
Check on the license ready.
Please. Like I said, I'm finding probable cause. I'm warning you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand? You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance as well, okay? That is a part of your bond condition as well. If you find that you're driving, you don't have insurance or any other violation, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got great lawyers. They'll take care of you because you have them. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. But stay in touch with them and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm sorry, I'm running this license. It's not loading right now. Okay, here it comes. Judge, the license is eligible.
Okay, great. So what we'll do for now is we'll have you go to Victoria Sign and Reset. You'll get with Roxanne for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
I have Mr. Anderson on docket, Your Honor.
Ready?
I am ready.
Am I calling you, ma'am?
Mr. Anderson, you gave us a short time frame to get back, Your Honor. We made it back.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. Come on up. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, there's no turning back.
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense?
See,
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to send you to it. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck,
Yes,
sir. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Peace.
They would be excused.
Yes, ma'am. All right, good morning, Mr. Manetta. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail to be 1 year in jail with credit for 241 days that you have already served. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record, and if this now makes 2, what happens on the next one? What happens on the next one?
Bad things. Bad things.
Yeah, prison. You're looking at a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison if you pick up another DWI. And I'm going to tell you now, you don't have to be stupid, falling down, piss-ass drunk to pick up a felony DWI. When they run your license with the faintest smell of alcohol, they're going to light you up and it's not going to go well. So don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, like I said, it's going on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Guilty.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. And is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above? Okay, true to the enhancement. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
It's in custody.
Yeah. Can you spell UPS or Mr. Jones?
Yeah.
The paper on the paper tree at the bottom.
I'll do it right now. Thank you.
Want to do 365 or 1 year on the bond? 1 year because it's written. 1 year. Good morning, Mr. Traconis. You speak English, right?
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. The next time you get pulled over, you smell like alcohol or dope. An officer's going to see this DWI. It's probably not going to go well for you. So don't give them the ammunition. Don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. Do you understand?
Understand.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, or give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no change in this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Mr. Traconis, I want you to understand that from now on, what we're doing today you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on if you ever pick up another DWI. Not to mention a $6,000 surcharge that tacks on to you. And if you don't pay it every day or every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, just if I may mention, I just wanted to notify the court that we will be applying for
Occupational? Okay. Sure. Okay, I understand that you're gonna have to, when you apply for an occupational license, you will have to do treatment. So, what we normally do is we have you do a TRAS, and then whatever the TRAS says is what you end up doing, and you have to get an interlock. So I don't know whether probation is something that you want, where I don't suspend your license, or whether you would just want to do this, because you're gonna undergo basically probation-esque terms regardless, if we give you an occupation, so, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck.
Judge, what do you want to do for you?
What does he do for a living? What do you do for a living?
I'll play voice technician.
What kind of money do you make a month?
Right now, I'm not looking at it, but I want to say, no, I want to check my chest times. But
So are you working or you're not working?
when I was working, not at this moment, but we just finished the project. Thank you. Yeah.
So your project, and when's the next project start?
Hopefully by the May 6th.
Okay, and then how much money do you make a month when those projects start? Did we do a TRAS on this?
Yeah.
What did the TRAS say? Lopez. Page 44.
Thank
We did do a TRAS. I mean, it doesn't even matter though, really, because she's got the delivery case upstairs, so anything that we wanted to do, it's.
It said, the recommendation was school A.
Hopefully they address it upstairs. We just can't because of the open case. Ma'am, you were charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 51 days in jail with credit for the 17 days that you have done. You need to understand that this is going on your record and it's going to be there for the rest of your life. You need to understand that if you continue to pick these up, at some point they can hit you with a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no changing this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the office, ma'am?
Guilty.
If I find you guilty, I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to discuss it robustly. Robustly, we're gonna have a robust discussion. Good, how are you? What? Yeah.
Why does this keep happening? Over and over and over. Why does this keep happening? How many cases did you have last year, Mr. Addison?
I have quite a few, sir.
Now, it pled on the 17th of December, and not 3 weeks later, you have now another criminal trespass. How do we stop this from happening?
You need to leave Texas?
No, we don't want you to leave Texas, but we want this to stop happening. Why would I keep doing this?
Officers don't like me out there, man. They be harassing me. They beat me up. They assaulted me. They put me in the hospital. They tried to kill me.
So why go back?
What do you mean?
Why go back to the same location over and over if you know that they're gonna beat you up?
I'm of the state of Texas, not just this area. The state of Texas, the laws don't like me. The police don't like me, sir.
That's baloney because you're a likable guy. We all like you, Mr. Addison. You seem like a stand-up guy. You're nice, but you keep going back. Why would I keep doing this? You know, we hit you with the time served. We let you out. 2 weeks later, you pick up a new case. And it's been like that for the last damn year. Where's your family? Who do you have in your life?
I don't have nobody in my life, sir. All my family is dead. My twin just died not too long ago.
You got no kids?
But they grown here, but I can't find them.
Why not?
Because their mother hid them from me.
You ever tried to find them?
Yes,
How?
through the internet. Through the internet, sir.
I don't know, Lori. We're doing the same shots over and over and over. And last year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases just last year. You pled at the end of December. January, you've got a new case. We let you out. You took off on us 2 more times. And the only reason we have you now is because you picked up an interference. And now we're doing the same thing over. I'm not going to do this. I'm done, Mr. Addison. I'm not going to continue to do this, plead you to the time served in hopes that you're going to go out there and not do it. No, it's not going to happen. We need to figure something else out. Thank you. That's very sweet. But I'm not going to do this. We need to do what I'm going to do now, what's called a TRAS, to see how we go forward. Because I don't know enough about you and what's going on in your life to figure out how we go forward so you stop picking up criminal cases. I told you that many moons ago that I'm going to stop doing this. And now is the time. I'm not doing it, Mr. Addison. We will set this case for a TRAS. I'm going to try to expedite it to get it done as fast as we can. I'm done. What I'd like to do, and the hope is that somehow you, me, and Lori can figure out what kind of family you have in the United States so that we can get you somewhere where you stop getting in trouble. But it's not working what we're doing. And I'm not going to continue to this is not a revolving door. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
That's what we're going to do. So Lori, I'm sorry, but let's set it for a TRAS and we'll come back next week. Do you mind expediting it? It's obviously Friday is just too soon, but perhaps maybe Monday we can get the TRAS done. Yeah. Thanks. All right. Mr. Beadle.
I've got 2 matters that I need to address the court with. One is not on docket today. It's Emma Lynch. She's still waiting. She's not in Hue yet. I'm wondering if you could maybe make a call to the appropriate entity and say there was some sort of issue going on with the bond situation that kind of...
Do this. Toria's not here today.
I know.
Is she gonna be back tomorrow? Do you know? Is Toria back tomorrow?
But I did bring it up with this young lady. I'm sorry.
I know, but let me,
She's great. She's great. So she's aware.
I get it. Let me wait.
Saying that she will be here unless she wants to go.
Okay, great. Can we talk about it tomorrow?
Sure, I'll come by tomorrow.
Then we'll see what we can do to try to expedite.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The other one is on the docket today, and I think the chief is aware of it. It's Bill Jones. He's on the docket today. His appearance was waived.
Oh, okay.
He, yeah, he's great. He went into inpatient and he's out now, and I talked to him yesterday. He sounds amazing.
You have a device?
Yes, he still has the leg bracelet, et cetera. He's doing great.
All right.
So we're at the point now because we applied for PTI on him because he had a 38-year-old DWI, and they apparently think that that's close enough in time, even though he's been to inpatient treatment, et cetera, to not give it to him.
Telling you that I've seen more denials now.
I know. I am well aware. I get told that everywhere I go. So we're at the point where I have asked the state for a time served offer as well as, but Judge, it's a 38-year-old. Okay. And a probation offer But the reality is that we're probably gonna try this case, but I would like all the offers on the table, that I can go over everything with him, go over the videos with him, and him make an educated decision on what he wants to do exactly.
Offer whatever you want to offer. It doesn't matter to me what you're gonna offer.
I honestly don't think a time serves inappropriate because he's done inpatient. Probation's not gonna give him more tools that he doesn't already have.
I disagree with you. I think
So-
it does. It will, because it keeps him under the nose. He knows that he has someone watching over him at all times, so he can't just, go out there and do whatever he wants to do.
But the next thing is a felony anyway if he does it.
Do we want him to graduate to a felony?
I don't think he's gonna be back. We've got a 38-year gap between arrests. 38 years from now, the man will be 104 probably. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see him coming back based upon his experience this time. He's at a completely different stage now, which I'm happy to say.
Time heals all wounds.
So all I'm asking for is a pretrial motion setting rather than set it for trial, so that the chief and I can discuss.
Are we definitely gonna set it?
I need to know what the offers are on the table for us to really go over it with them.
I'll do what you will.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it.
You guys know me. We've been friends long enough.
Dude, I just want to make sure you're aware the case is getting a little long.
It is. It's 177. So
we are
we'll give
getting-
you, I don't know, you want 2-3 weeks and then
That'll
come
be
back and let us know.
That'll be. Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Hunter.
Hey, Judge, here on Perkins. So I got an email yesterday. Apparently, she never had the application sent in. I've sent the mitigation, but they didn't have the application. That's been sent in today. I had her fill it out, send it in. So there we are. I don't know if we want to go ahead and preemptively set the TRAS.
No.
Okay.
Because we're seeing more denials than ever. Is there an accident in this case?
There is.
How high is the test?
0.153 to 0.157.
Okay, major or minor?
Major crash.
I don't know. I wouldn't. So let's set it a
He's
week.
young with no criminal history, so.
None of that. I think the circumstances now are what ride, I don't know. So, let's set it off a week, see what they can get it done in a week, and we'll come back.
It should be done at this point, finally, Judge. It's like one of those cases that's just snake bit.
Hunter, if there's no decision in a week, I'll waive.
Okay.
But if there's a decision, then she needs to be here, and then we'll send her for TRAS if yes. If no, then
Because I was gonna have her not come today, but I needed her to fill out the app, so.
set if it didn't get.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
Craig. Mr. Stewart. Are you good?
I'm waiting on a date, Your Honor. Sorry.
He wants you to see his back where the police bruised him up and beat him up.
Well, why do you keep going back?
Says that
You know that you're gonna get a big, you know when you go, it's not gonna end well, but yet you're going. It's like the forbidden apple, I guess, right? I'm not gonna,
I understand. I just had to relay the message.
yeah, tell him that more so, why do you go back?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, enough's enough, really, it's just.
Just went or royalty? What about him? Oh, he talked with counsel outside. I told him to send him back. Garcia? No, he was waived. His felony set for 519.
Yeah, you don't have to ask, just count. Okay.
You want
She on
to come in
docket
first then?
No, she wasn't on docket on Monday, but she wasn't physically up here, but they did bring her up. I'm not sure what happened.
What's the cost of it?
It is, 256,
Talk to the clerk.
2087.
Hey. Counselor, my counselor.
I don't remember talking about her.
So now, order and condition.
She's on bond for a murder case?
Yes.
She picked up an assault?
Yes.
What?
So the issue with that is that the magistrate.
Tell me they gave her a PR. Tell me that she got a PR bond.
She got a, correct?
Yeah.
And, there's an interference with the curfew time. I was wondering. Yeah.
Hold on a second, hold on a second.
The 20th? Got it. Is he good to go back?
Hey, we have a problem. Can I give you a cost number?
Yes, I assume we should go back. What is it?
256 2087. She's on bond for murder, picks up an assault, makes a surety bond, and they give her a 30-day reset.
I see the bond paperwork says 5-2.
Look at the next setting. Next setting says 529.
That must be like a clerical error, like when they take the bonds.
Can we fix it right now so that,
Yes,
Trey, can you please? Because I want her here tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll address conditions tomorrow. Yeah.
all right, Judge, we have an arraignment that showed up while we were,
Okay.
page 15. Haran, come on up. It's an arraignment, we need, PC.
Yeah.
For Haran, Herron.
Thank you, Mr. Torrey.
Good morning, Mr. Is it Haran?
Karen.
Heron? Ms. Heron, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. This one was a 2B. On September 28th, 2024, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a family disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The caller reported she observed the couple arguing in a truck, children crying, and heard a loud bang as if someone got struck in the head. The law enforcement officer observed the truck with one functioning headlight, matching the description that was given him regarding the truck. The law enforcement officer observed a juvenile outside of the truck with red puffy eyes. The law enforcement officer made contact with defendant 1, Ms. Heron, and defendant 2. The defendant stated there was no altercation or arguments that occurred, and that the law enforcement officer was talking to the wrong people and that they were okay. The law enforcement observed an odor of marijuana. The defendant's vehicle was sitting outside of a random residence at night, and the defendant stated the vehicle belonged to a friend.
Which defendant? Who?
I just said the defendant stated the vehicle belonged to a friend, and then there's defendant 1, which is referring to Ms. Heron for the next sentence. Ms. Heron refused to ID herself and stated she was going inside of the house. The law enforcement officer told defendant 1, Ms. Heron, to stay put until the conclusion of the domestic violence investigation. Defendant 2 exited the vehicle, stated, "No, I am not," when advised, and he was detained and pulled up his pants before getting in a bladed stance. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant 2's right wrist. Defendant 2 pulled away. The law enforcement officer grabbed defendant 2's shirt, telling him to stop as they fell to the ground. The defendant 1, Ms. Heron, pulled the law enforcement officer's arm and pushed the law enforcement officer's chest, preventing the law enforcement officer from restraining defendant 2. The law enforcement officer took out an electrical conducted weapon, told defendant 1 to get out of the way, Ms. Heron, and defendant 1 continued to refuse and push law enforcement officer's chest. Ms. Heron ID'd herself with her name and date of birth, which was confirmed with the Texas driver's license.
Ms. Herron, don't. Now's not the time. You know, I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they're going to use it against you. You will have the opportunity to fight your case, just now's not the time. I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
I don't.
Okay, we can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, what kind of job you have, and then we'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I see that the co-defendant in this case has a valid warrant for his arrest. I think that there's still a warrant open for his arrest. Also on a felony warrant as well. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendant in this case. Do you understand? If you do, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand? Okay. So Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box while you fill it out. Okay? Please. Can you file? Hey, if you can file no contact with the co-defendant, please.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Okay. Gilbert, you ready?
Judge,
Hey, what's new, man?
you should have a motion in your queue. It's a motion to substitute on Basilio Garcia. I should be finishing this felony case in about 2 weeks, and then
Are you in trial now?
this case should go away.
In trial now? What are you talking about? I should finish this felony case. Oh, for this guy?
Yes.
Oh,
He's on probation in another court. He's about to take time on it, and I think they're gonna file a motion to dismiss on it upstairs. Thing. But either way, we'll work the case down here.
is he here today?
No. There's a but just saying, we're bringing him in 2 days after he pleads. Next time we're in felony court.
Yeah, it's not an old case. I'll sign it and whatever you want. Do you want the same day as a felony?
No, 2 days later is fine, so that way we can find out where we're at.
Problem. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Judge. Good seeing you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you.
So do you mind, can you put it?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay.
It was just a motion to substitute, right, Judge?
Yeah. Oh, what happened with your thing? Are you done?
Resolved.
Did it fled? Are you happy with it?
Yes, I wanted to go, but
Hmm.
do it right.
Are we done?
You just got,
Yeah, but it's an empty courtroom.
no, but I can reset, we're very close, I'm about to look. Joseph House.
It's so hot in here. What the hell, man?
It's hot here.
All right, wave to parents. All right, Judge, you ready?
Give me 1 second. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay. You ready?
8-4, Elion was removed from the program, fell to Philip, counsel's order.
5002. I have to do a bail order.
What's up? No. I was the opposite law. I was high stress.
Yeah, he is.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he knows his name.
Okay, Vic, who's next?
Next is page 11, Bree. You sent something at drug tested yesterday. The
Who?
results were negative.
Say it again?
Page 11, Bree.
Okay.
He doesn't have an attorney. Because his arraignment was yesterday, so we're gonna do.
Is he here?
Yes.
Okay, we can appoint him a lawyer. Hey, how are you, Barney?
Last name?
All right, Judge, next is page 21, 22. Harry, or Marie,
Yeah,
counsel says the defendant has been MIA.
okay. It's in 1003.
Are you gonna do it here?
Yeah. Is that three FTAs or two? I think it's only two.
We have two bonds posted on one case.
Oh, he's got two cases?
Well, yes, two cases.
Oh, okay, it is three. I didn't realize it.
Today makes
Yeah.
three.
No.
Hey, I have a judges meeting starting soon, so I need today.
Okay,
So I'll just leave and you can just reset whenever.
we don't have that many. Next, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Next is page 27, Salazar, death and arraignment, does theater first time.
2501.
Page 30, Smith. Smith was on docket yesterday. We rolled him for today because he didn't show up and still
Really?
didn't show up.
Okay, so how many total is that for Mr. Smith? Hmm?
Thank you so much.
That's at least three, or if not four. know that there was another besides yesterday that the dude didn't show up.